All right, Jen, thanks very much. We've got a follow-up now to a story Fox News Ball Encounter reporter Hal Sherrick first broke. MedStar has been under fire from the city of Daphne about slow ambulance response times. But as he tells us, the company just may have come up with a solution.
As Baldwin County and the city of Daphne grow, it's a sound heard more than ever. Ambulances responding to emergency calls. MedStar, a global medical response company, is the only private service in the county, and cities like Daphne depend on speedy service. After pulling some records from Baldwin County 911, Daphne city officials found it was taking longer than 15 minutes on a quarter of the calls, and sometimes more than an hour. MedStar recognizes there's a problem.
One thing that we identified there is a need for an immediate additional resource. So on Monday, we're going to put that additional resource in place over on the Eastern Shore in the Daphne area to, provide that immediate additional asset that will help reduce those response times.
The asset MedStar's Director of Strategic Operations, Chad Jones, is talking about is an ambulance and two-person crew, including a paramedic. It will be dedicated to the area 7 days a week during peak times between 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. Daphne Fire Chief Leanne Tacon says while it may not be a permanent solution, Daphne's citizens can rest easier.
It's great news for the citizens of Daphne. Like we've said all along, they're taken care of anyway because we do have a paramedic on every fire truck in the city. So they get that initial ALS response that every time. But now we're going to have a transport unit within our city limits. So that's going to be a big help to us.
So what has caused the slower response times, and what's to prevent the same thing from happening in other parts of the county? Jones says COVID-19 hospital diversions have been part of the problem over the last year, but the bigger problem is finding and retaining qualified employees in an extremely competitive field.
We're out in the communities, we're at colleges and looking for paramedics and EMTs coming out of school. We're also reaching out to fire departments and other services that we can use employees that way. We're also looking for other type strategies that are used elsewhere in the country that might could benefit what we do here.
Reporting from Daphne, Hal Sherrick, Fox 10 News.